shadows fade away and come with me inside.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to tonight's semi-final between Spain and Portugal. My name is Shuffs, and I am joined here, and I'm honoured to have him with me. I've got Mr. Flakfire Gaming. Say hello, please, Flak.
Hey, everyone. Great to be here.
What an honour to have you along. Thank you for joining me for tonight's game, which should be absolutely fantastic. We've got a Spanish team tonight, which, wow, some of the players in that list are amazing. And again, Portugal, not a team to be messed with. Tonight, we will be playing 3 rounds. Obviously, it's a knockout tournament now, so we have to have a decider. There has to be a winner. Accumulated tickets. So if in the first 2 games, Spain win that, they get a point. Same on the second map, and it has to go to a 2-1 victory, or a 2-0, sorry. Right, let's get on with it. Everybody knows that's been in the Discord that there's a competition happening. So who wants to know what the word is? Say yes in the chat if you do. So, Flak, what do you think about Suez in a domination format?
I think Suez is one of Battlefield 1's most unfairly hated maps. I think it's a great map, especially for a game mode like Domination, because it's not a super crazy map. If we look at some of the other maps out there, I used to play quite a bit of Domination. St. Quentin Scar was one of my favorites, but Suez is pretty decent from the point of view of Domination, where each side has kind of an even setup in terms of what's available to them for cover and that kind of stuff. It's one of my favorite maps. You got the great buildings in there, the giant sand berm, all that kind of stuff. So it's a good place to have a 5v5 domination match.
Definitely. We see a lot of battles going on the B flag as well. That house in the middle gets obliterated within minutes, and it's carnage. It's absolute carnage, but all the teams love it. There's equal flanking routes on each side of the map, so you can always rescue a point if you end up getting triple capped. It's just a nice little map to play. Right. Competition. A lot of people are saying yes. The way it works, you need to be in BFNations Discord server. You also need to be a follower on Twitch. So if you're not a follower and you wish to be included in the competition, click the little heart and I shall see you pop up on my screen and you'll be included. The way it's going to work, I have a word. I'll mention that word at some point during the stream, and the first person to go to the BFNations Discord, go to the random channel and type in that word. If you meet the criteria, you get yourselves a Frontlines pack. If you're not sure what a Frontlines pack is, head over to the Discord, look at the announcements, and there's a lovely little picture. You get a few pins, a beanie. It's like a really nice little prize just for joining in.
It's got some cool stuff in it.
Have you got one yourself, have you, mate?
I do, but I haven't opened it yet. And I don't know if yours has any of the little codes in it or not, but that's another cool bit of the Frontlines pack.
Oh, for the is it the Doughboy ones they get? Which...
I don't think it's the Doughboy ones. I think it's for a dog tag. I'm not sure.
Definitely some cool stuff in there, though. It's well worth having. Currently, sorry to keep you updated, we are waiting on Team Portugal to join. The match was scheduled to start 2 minutes ago. And according to BFN rules, if they don't join on the scheduled time, they get a 15-minute grace period of which they need to join. Otherwise, they forfeit the match. So if you're listening, Team Portugal, please join the server. We'd like to have a match tonight.
It's. I guess nobody wants to fight the Germans. I don't know. They got an interesting track record with World War One. So
very, very tough opponents as well. They've said today in the Discord they're sitting watching keenly, looking out for the tactics. I keep mentioning the Spanish, but you can't count the Portuguese out because they've had some good showings so far in the tournament. But yeah, come and join us, please, Portugal. So I mentioned earlier in the week to you, Flack, about a few of the weapons that people like to use. I know the Hellriegel is an absolute favourite. What are your thoughts on that? I know it wasn't historically accurate, but in the game, what is your thoughts?
Well, the interesting bit about the Hellriegel is that there's only 3 photographs of it that are known to exist. All right, so there's no physical thing that DICE can really go look at, say, oh, okay, this is how it works, right? You know, to kind of take it apart or to see how it functions. So it's really fascinating that they put it in the game. I remember when, one of the first trailers came out and we saw it in the game, I was like, is that what I think it is? Because I was really, really impressed that they were able to actually put that in the game. And it's a neat thing because it takes some imagination to say, oh, well, this was a real weapon. How would it work? How was it used? What kind of accessories would have been made for it? Those kinds of questions are always really, really fascinating to me. In terms of how it works in Battlefield 1, if you guys know anything about me, I'm disappointed it doesn't mount a bayonet. But as far as we know, it did. It didn't do that in real life, so it's good that obviously in Battlefield 1 it doesn't have that, because that would make it very, very, even further OP in that regard. If you had the ability to run around with that size of magazine and bayonet people, it would be a little bit insane there. So
the Xbox player base would stand no chance with you in a bayonet on one of those.
They probably would not. And to be honest, if it had a bayonet, I probably would exclusively use it. But since it doesn't have one, I personally prefer the MP18. So I get a pretty decent magazine size, and I'm still able to bayonet in a pinch. But the Hellriegel, for those players who really like to ADS quickly, and don't rely on bayonet charges in that regard, they just either don't like the mechanic or they would rather switch to a pistol. The Hellriegel is the easy go-to choice there, especially for its fire rate compared to some of the other options in the class.
I think it's the mag size as well. 60 rounds compared to 20 odd, say 25 in the ribber rolls. It's so much better.
Yeah, it's something, and a lot of people don't realize just how big of a difference a reload can make in terms of, if you've only got 25 rounds in the magazine for the Automatico, everybody likes that gun because of its blistering fire rate. But the issue is you can take out two people with that before, you're empty and you need to reload. Whereas something like the Hellriegel allows you to go to town for a significantly longer period of time without having to actually reload. And that's one of the reasons I enjoy the MP18, is that a lot of times instead of reloading, I'll go for the bayonet charge because it's more convenient, or there's no time for a reload.
I've seen a lot of hate towards you on Twitter regarding your bayonet use. How are you feeling about the new perk then, with the extra bayonet distance and whatever it is? I've yet to test it myself, but
I don't envision actually using it. Which has surprised a lot of people once we posted the list of the perks, the specializations out there. Everybody's like, "Oh, Flakfire is going to be using bayonet training," and it's like, no, I have built-in bayonet training. I don't need to.
I don't need it.
But the thing is here, like, you have to look at some of the other specializations that are out there. I look at them like, I would rather have any of these over bayonet training.
Definitely. There's quite a few good ones, especially the medic ones. Right, I'm going to interrupt you there, mate. The match is off. Today, we've got Team Portugal. They are playing as the Ottoman Empire in the red, and we've got Team Spain, who are the British Empire, in the blue. We've got Portugal rushing the B flag early, trying to get the 2 flags down and start those tickets ticking up. It's so frantic at the beginning of these rounds. Bravo point is always the quickest one to be held down, and quite often, if you can get those points ticking down quickly, you can take it. Tickets. Sorry, I said the wrong word. But yeah, let's see if anybody can get an early triple cap here. That is normally Spain's tactic, is to push early flag. They're a very aggressive team and they love going for it.
Well, and you can certainly see that here from the gameplay. You know, you mentioned it's a bit chaotic in the beginning of the round. It's Suez, man. It's going to be crazy.
It is. There's so many places to hide, and the little one-on-ones. There's so much sliding. Look at that there. ChaosZake a coin there with a couple kills.
Yeah, you're watching ChaosZake here doing some denial of entry. He's using those incendiary grenades to block off some of those entrances.
And then he's holding down the apples point. He does have somebody on him. Dodges a grenade. It takes down Xavier Tiago, but he's finally taken down by Mocadurva. Mocadurva is one of the Portuguese players to watch out for. He's been very predominant within the tournament. Quite early on, it's really level. Spain just edging it. 6 tickets in it so far. Oh, Bullfighter with a quick slide. Auto revolver out. And he's taking him down.
Wow, nice room clear.
The auto revolver is a massive favourite. We asked the guys in the interviews afterwards, and they say they love the auto revolver because it's a 2-shot kill, essentially. You very rarely see anybody with a semi-automatic pistol. It's astounding to me because I always use the high volume magazines, but none of these guys do.
Very interesting to see kind of the disparity between, you know, kind of us as casual players, and you have these people who are pros, and you know, they really prefer some of the heavier hitting weapons. Personally, I am all about magazine size and rate of fire, you know, especially with the pistols. I pretty much never touch a revolver just because it's very difficult to land those 2 hits to make that kill sometimes, especially when you're playing with some players of these caliber here, like Jose de Coin with this Hellregal. I mean, we've watched him pretty much own the battlefield thus far, but you know,
it's crazy. You see very few weapons. If you look at the kill feed right now, there's a bar which is an exception to the rules. Normally, we normally just see Hellregals and auto loading. The auto loading is a massive favourite amongst the medics. 5-round magazine in the factory one, but balanced out by having the ability to shoot over longer distances. What are your thoughts on those ones? A lot of marksman ones used as well in close combat, which is strange for me.
It's interesting because we're playing on PS4, so we have to kind of take into account some of the and I don't know if some players play with auto rotation, some of them don't.
We have it all turned off for the competitions.
Oh, well, then that's something. It's like, well, you can't really rely on that. And I think a lot of people who use some of those, 5 magazine size weapons rely on auto rotation a lot. So it's good that we've got that off here because this is showing you people who really are on top of their game in that regard.
Definitely. We just saw Phantom there with a little triple kill with his Hellregal. He's one of the favourites here. You see his lame a lot in the chat, and I'm sure we'll see it tonight as well.
It's interesting right now. Spain is holding both A and C, while Portugal has
just taken A now. Yes,
the center one there.
Really playing.
Got to remember, all you got to do is just hold 2 of them and you win.
There's quite often an early push from Spain. I'm surprised there's not been for a triple cap. But as I say that, they are going for it, taking apples, taking Bravo at the same time. This could be it. Tickets fly off as soon as there's a triple cap. Good spawning from Portugal to prevent it on apples, and they've stopped it. Really well done there by Portugal. Revelation Soul spawned in and took a couple of kills with his bar as well, which was nice to see.
Bullfinder die over by apples, but you know what? He managed to hold that point just a few seconds longer. And in some of these closer games, that's what it takes to win.
Definitely. Those few extra seconds can mean a triple cap, and they can mean a big difference in tickets. Right, I'm going to give a quick shout out to a few of our followers, Flak. We've had quite a few today already, which is really nice to see. Thank you guys for supporting us. Today we've had Ollie followers, Sergeant Cricket, CPV Sports, YTS Master Game, Synergy Heart, Kabuti, Zycom, Zach, Dylan's, Zycom again, Stores, A Magic Donut, and Daiko. Thank you guys for your follow. That obviously enters you into our competition. And I'll be giving out the words soon, so you keep tuned, guys. As we watch this progress, we're watching Spain tick up to 50 tickets, which is halfway point. Nice little gap there. Nothing too massive. Portugal could still turn this around in a heartbeat. But it's looking like it's progressing towards the Spanish favour.
Yeah, and we just see in the kill feed there, you got Phantom with a couple kills there. He's the one to watch for this match, isn't he? Massively.
He's so lethal with his with his little Hell Regal. He's always in the Discord asking people for 1v1s, and I've not seen anyone take him up yet. Saying that though, Portugal are holding their own. Not doing too badly. If you look at the kill feed there, you've got Xavier Thiago with a quick double, Evo Quintas with one. They are holding their own against a very, very good Spanish team.
They are, and they're putting a lot of kills up on the board, but we got to remember this is domination, and kills don't win the game here. They got to focus on the points.
Following Revelation Soul here as he's trying to stop the triple cap for Spain over on the Charlie point. Oh, nice little slide. He's taking him down. Great little finish there by Revelation Soul, taking out Josie de Coin. Another slide. It's all you see. Phantom finally takes him down. Great work there.
It happens when you 1v1.
It's literally just knee sliding round corners, and we joined a server with all these guys the other week, and it's admins versus everyone else, and it's literally just standing there and you see people fly around corners on their knees, and it's ridiculous. I don't know how they can make those buttons do as many things as they can in that short a time. Yeah, knee sliding is something I haven't mastered yet. And an interesting thing here to mention, if you happen to be watching the stream for the first time, I noticed that friendly fire is on for these guys. Oh, definitely. We see it quite a lot. There's not many kills with the actual primaries and secondaries, but a lot of grenade kills we've had during the tournament. The incendiaries where they're blocking doorways, people are taking out their own players, and it's, well, there's a lot of chat about it in the Discord again, like I said. It's really, really difficult to try and maintain that at the same time as thinking, oh, if I run through that fire, I'm definitely going to die. Mm-hmm. As we see a massive battle on Charlie point. The Portuguese holding that well. But Spain have opened up nearly a 40-point gap now, which looks like they're going to take this first map. Orishina with a lovely little knee slide there. In case people didn't know as well, if you head over to bfnations.com/ruleset, you'll be able to see a list of things that are banned. There's no gas grenades, there's no automatico, no shotguns, and most of the gadgets are banned. The only real gadgets that there are available for the assault class is the rocket gun, and that's used massively. A lot of people are unhappy about it, but at the same time, it can decimate a building, and it can really change it. But these guys are lethal as well. You see so many headshots with the rocket gun. You see, look on the side there, Xavier Thiago with a rocket gun kill. Happens so frequently. So, who do you guys think is going to win in the chat then? It's heading towards Spain for this first round on the first map. Who do you guys think are going to win this one? Head into the final to face Germany. Spain. Cheers, Muggy. I knew you'd be first to comment, mate. But yeah, this is ticking down. 5 tickets left to go. There's not been a triple cap. Portugal have held their own, but like you said, hold two flags and you'll get the tickets and they'll just fly off. 3 tickets left. Looking like it's going to be a first Spanish victory. Yeah, it does look likely. So they're going to have 2 more chances here, Portugal, to turn this set around. And there we have it. That one goes to Spain. It's not a point yet. We do play again on this map. It's 2 rounds per map. So in case I've confused you at the start, it is 2 rounds per map. So we'll go again on Suez, and the winner of this one will then take the point. Obviously on accumulated tickets. So we need the Spanish to get 52 tickets. A lot of people are saying that Germany are strong as well in the chat, which is obvious. They've dominated heavily in their matches so far, and whoever ends up in the final is going to really struggle against them. We look at the scoreboard here. Wow, look at that. Josie de Coin 28 and 11. That's some score for a round of domination. Phantom 18, Bada Alex 16, Bullfighter 19. It's all gone the way of Spain there. And there's been the only person who even broke even on the Portuguese team is Revelation Soul. So that speaks massive margins for the Spanish team.
All about winning. A tough position to be in there, and that can be a real difficult thing to overcome from the point of view of the Portuguese there. That
definitely, you don't want to be breaking down in your chat. You want to be constructive and working out ways that you can take this, as opposed to getting on each other's back. I guess the same with any sport. You don't want to be arguing within your teammates.
Well, we get to see now if it's just the map balance or the spawns here, because switching it up.
Yeah, we've got Spain coming out, and they will be the Ottoman Empire coming out for this next one. Portugal will be the British. So they've swapped colours. Spain in red and Portugal in blue. I'm just waiting for the server to restart, and then we'll head back in. A few more shout-outs, though. We have had Dick Ball has started a follow. The Flip Out as well. Thank you, guys. Everyone, make sure you're following. Subscribe if you like as well. That would be lovely.
One of my favorite parts about Suez is the large ships in the background. I feel like nobody ever looks at those. You know, the ones that are on fire and blocking the channel. It's kind of a fun little.
Definitely. I love it when you load into an empty server, when you get a new map, just to have a little wander around. You don't realise the detail they put in, because everything's so fast and frantic in Battlefield. You don't look at like the details on the guns. I loaded in with a sweeper the other day, and I was just looking, thinking, wow, look at the actual detail the devs have put into the gun. And you don't get that if you're in a round of domination, because you don't have the chance to even think about it. Right, so we head off, and it started early for the Spanish team. They have taken Bravo Point, and they're losing out on Charlie Point. Sorry, Portuguese pushing hard early on, as they know they have to. We see Macadurva there. He's using the marksman version of the auto loading. I used it for the first time in the week after watching these guys use it, and I was surprised at the time to kill. It looks like Portugal have lost the player though, so let's see if they can get someone back in, and whether that will affect their attempt at trying to regain this map.
And that's going to be really problematic here for them.
Definitely trying to take down 2 flags and hold them with only 4 players it's nigh on impossible. We've seen it before in the tournament where somebody's managed to hold off until they've got a reconnection, but it's just so difficult to manage.
So here's a question for you. You know, when it comes down to the Russian DLC releasing, I don't know if you've had an opportunity to, check out any of the weapons that are coming out for that, but how do you think that's going to balance?
I'm lucky enough to have been. I've got a PC and I've got Battlefield Premium on PC, so I've had a look. And the Fedorov, I think, is the one thing everyone's taken away from this. Wow, that's going to change the medic class.
Absolutely,
it's incredible having a weapon of that fire rate in the medic class. I don't know how it's going to work. Everyone's going to want to be a medic for that weapon alone. And then having the revivability is going to be... I just don't know what to do. I genuinely didn't know what to do. I joined a server the other day on CTE, and my whole squad was medics. The whole squad was running Fedorovs. And I think one person swapped to the double-barreled halfway through. But it's going to change the game. Right, sorry to interrupt you again, mate. We have got a triple cap for Spain. Obviously, the 4 players of Portugal is making a big difference. They're finally taking it out. But if you look at the tickets, it's 11 to 46. 47, 48, ticking up really, really fast for Spain. And they only need another 5 tickets to take this map and make it 1-0. Hopefully, the Portuguese will be able to get a guy back in to try and level this out for the next map. And there we go. 2 more tickets, 1 more ticket needed, and that is the Spanish map. That's really, really hard on them.
Yep, that's tough, and that's the way the internet works sometimes. You know, you can never tell when all of a sudden, my internet's going to go down, or you're going to run into some kind of networking issue or something like that. Just bad luck for the Portuguese team.
They are back up to a full complement now, but obviously it's too late. So they're going to have to really pull out all the stops on their next map. They can't sit back on their laurels and hope something will happen. They really go out and push.
Now, since you've been watching a lot of this stuff, which is Portugal's probably best map? What's the map they've had the best showing on?
I think the next map is probably the one that they're going to be the best on. We see a lot on Amiens. There's an awful lot on Amiens because it's a big triangle. People play together and work it out and understand. But I think the one we're about to head into is going to be the best one for them personally.
Well, let's keep in mind that if they're able to take that, then it's anybody's game in that third round.
Definitely, we head into the ballroom blitz for the third one, and that one is I don't really like that one in Domination. It's not my favourite. I find that corridor between A and B or A and C, between the ballroom and the capture point in the corridor, that's a really bad choke point, and a lot of people get hung up there just trying to fight it out for that when you can quite easily do a quick flank.
Which says a lot about a team's kind of situational awareness and knowledge of the map. If they look and they say, okay, this is where people get bogged down, where can we go to focus on taking those objectives?
Definitely. We saw it a lot in a recent, I think it was in the quarterfinal between France. They were struggling to hold the points down. They ended up being knocked out. But every time they started to be triple capped, they'd have someone spawn. They'd go and stop the triple cap. So they'd realised, and they progressed as the tournament had gone on, realised how to stop the triple caps and how to get it working. And it was really good to see that people are learning how to do it. As we see somebody phantom flying out the window onto his knees there. Wow, what a double takedown there, taking down Mokadeva and a headshot on Revelation Soul.
Well, and we just saw how, we talk about the rocket gun kind of being overpowered, right, in some ways, but you can see the main reason he died there is because you got to fire that when you're prone or when you're bipoded.
Yeah, had it equipped, so couldn't get it out.
When he came out of that window, it was pretty much done.
It's so effective. Look at the B point there. The roof's missing, the floor's missing. It's all due to the rocket gun. We see Xavier Thiago being taken down there just by trying to stand his ground. Xavier Thiago with a couple of kills there as well, though. It's slowly ticking down. This is going to be Spain's map. There was nothing they could do really due to the loss of a player. And hopefully, as we head into the next map, Portugal will pull their finger out. Well,
we just saw a really nice kill from Bullfighter there and some really impressive trigger finger going on. He was able to get about 6-7 bullets out of that gun in the span of like half a second. That was impressive.
It's crazy fast. It's like I said, my brain can't work that fast. And playing in the server with them, obviously they hunt down the admins, but there's nothing I could do in one-on-ones. I was running up against people and I was dead before I could even process that there was someone in front of me. So the reaction times for these guys is phenomenal. I guess it's because I'm getting old though, Flak.
I'm right there with you. I'm trying to play games. I'm like, it didn't work like this 5 years ago.
I know. I've had a discussion with them today in the general, and they were talking about dabbing, and I've got no idea what that's about. I'm so confused with what's going on with the world at the minute.
Can probably hook you up with some people who understand dabbing pretty well.
I've seen the Westy gif of him dabbing.
Westy's not the one you got to watch out for. You got to watch out for Narwhal Dave. Narwhal Dave is all about the dabbing.
I've seen him as well. Yeah, it's non-stop. I don't understand it. It's not for me. Sorry, everyone. Right. Sorry to interrupt again. As we head into one ticket left, and this is gone to Spain. This will be 1-0 to Spain. So we head into the second map. There you go. And Spain have a 1-0 advantage. So Portugal really need to pull out all the stops. They've been dominated on this round of domination, and they need to return the favour to the Spanish. Right, who is ready for the word? Who wants the word, everyone? Yes, in the chat, if you want to know what the word is, ready for a giveaway. Or lag. I imagine we've got some lag. Me, Muggy wants to know, Lawrence wants to know. Swifty. We had a few more follows recently. We've got Diggsy, Condrade, Crisoletto, Sorry if I've butchered your names there, guys. But right, yes. The word you need to listen out for in the next map can be said at any time, so just be ready, is bird. Bird is the word. So as soon as you hear me say that, get it written down. Get it written in the random channel of the chat. And if you're a follower and you're first, you're in. Awesome. Right, so quickly get that written down, make sure you listen, and we will head off for a quick break. Cheers, guys. Hello guys, welcome back to the second map. Currently it is 1-0 to Spain as we head over to Amiens in the rain. Dull looking day. I'm Shuffs and I'm joined here by Flakfire for this semi-final of the European Championships. How do you see this second map going today, Flakfire?
Well, you mentioned Portugal has had a good showing on Amiens before, so if they are going to turn it around, this would be the map to do it. And off the start, it looks like Germany has or what am I saying? Spain. They're playing as the German team. They're kind of establishing an early lead here, taking 2 out of the 3 objectives. So Portugal needs to PTFO and lock those down.
Definitely. You can see though, if you look at the flags at the moment, Apples is being capped, Charlie's being capped, and Bravo's already being held. That was very nearly an early triple cap there for Portugal. Really, really good work from them. Hard pushing early on. They know what they need to do, and they can't sit back and just hope it happens. And there you see Revelation Aim taken down by Bullfighter. Trying to use his marksman scope at point blank range isn't the way to win that gunfight, I don't think.
Well, and as soon as I said that, you can see Portugal's already evened it up here. They were holding 2 out of the 3. They're back at it again. So, all they need to do is keep this momentum here.
Definitely. Again, you can see the flags changing hands rapidly. This is the beauty of Amiens. It changes so fast. We had a game on here a few weeks ago. I think it was UK versus Italy. And there was 2 massive triple caps in the game. It looked like Italy were flying to victory and then swap round instantly. It can change in a heartbeat on Domination with a triple cap. And there you go. That's why he uses the marksman scope. Revelation Aim with a quick takedown there on Bad Alex. The sliding. And that's spawn kill by Bad Alex. Spawning straight into a player that's on low health. Frankie, you're asking what that word is. I'm not saying that word until it's time to say that word. So you can't trick me. There is no tricking me. You'll get it.
Portugal coming out with the lead here for right now, but it's clear even if they hold this is going to be a tight game.
Definitely, this is exactly what we're going to see at this stage of the tournament. There was quite a lot of 2-0 victories in the earlier rounds, and it's nice to finally get to a stage where the teams are matched evenly, and it's really, really aggressive play for both teams from an early standpoint. Phantom there with another slide shock, taking down a man. Bad Alex with another grenade kill. I keep seeing the rocket gun kills as well. If you look at Evo Quintas there, he's just got a rocket gun kill. There's a lot of them going on, just non-stop. Phantom with another kill, double kill. Sorry. We're watching Orishina. He's racing towards the Bravo point. Try and take that, but he's taken down by Revelation Soul with his bar.
See, he had the high ground.
Star Wars quotes. Thank you for the follows. Oh, I can't even say that. Digomchi. And thank you, John Wick. John Wick, that's much easier to say. Thank you, mate. So, it's looking like Portugal have pulled out a little bit of a lead here, as they're taking the Charlie flag as well.
You know, and Amiens here is one of the great maps for domination. I mean, there's just so many little niche areas you can go, so many things can change throughout the map as well. You know, we talked about Suez and how the buildings can be blown up and shattered and this and that. You've got the same thing going on here with Amiens, but you also got to throw the fires into it, right? Very
fires and barbed wire
fires of Amiens.
Yeah, we ever think about the barbed wire kills. If you get killed by barbed wire, you're made an example of, and it will be on the YouTube channel. So everyone avoids it around the B flag. But yeah, look at the little alleyway there, pinning it down with a fire grenade and then rushing round so that they know they can't be flanked through there.
Yep.
And Portugal
that shows the smart planning on their part there.
Definitely, it's all down to the tactics on Amiens, as we found before.
Revelation with a semi-auto pistol kill. Probably one of the few guys who's using one, right?
Yeah, definitely. Revelation Soul there. He's just taken Jose de Coin out. Was that the M1911? I've never seen it without skins on. It's unusual. Apparently it could have been a legendary skin. I'll ask him afterwards. See what he says. And there we see an incendiary grenade kill. Xavier Tiago taken down by a teammate. Revelation AIM taking him down. You mentioned that in the first map flag. And there you go. There's your first team kill of tonight.
Yeah, and that is tough, especially on Amiens, because you can wind up injured and walking around and step on some of the flames there, and it's a game over for that life there. That happens
Definitely.
to me a lot on Conquest. You'll get injured by something, and you're trying to heal and step over a little bit of flame, and that's it.
Cheers, dice. Oh no, it confuses me. If there's a big fire in front of you and you press jump, you should jump over it. If I was in real life and I was jumping over a fire, I don't think I'd die from it or completely catch fire. Unless I'm covered in oil, as has just been pointed out in my ear. We see another incendiary grenade there. Look, Xavier Tiago, he's taking everyone down with him today, as well as a quick Hell Regal kill. You're following Mokadzerva now. He's over on the Charlie point, holding it down for Portugal as they try and take apples as well. Catching fire. Everybody catches fire in that doorway. But yeah, we are pushing towards what could be an early map victory for Portugal. It's really nice to see them come out and work this hard together. Xavier Tiago taken down by Phantom there, though. I'm struggling to think of a time where I've not seen Phantom kill somebody while sliding or diving out of a window. I don't know, he doesn't do normal kills, does he? Well, have you seen any yet?
I have not seen it. Every time I've seen it, it's been a kind of a jump and slide, and
it's non-stop. It's really non-stop.
It's something I personally playing on consoles is a little weird in that regard, because you've got some players who will do it, but most players don't. So they don't have the hand-eye coordination to make it happen.
Yeah, and it looks like it's a Spanish triple cap. Really, really well stopped there by Portugal, though. They've taken the Apples flag back. But if you look at the tickets, they've closed up a bit. We've got Portugal on 59 tickets, and we've got Spain on 53. This is a really, really tight map. And there we have a pistol off there. Bad at Alex.
Does not take long to really close the ticket gap there if you triple cap even just for a few seconds.
No, you watch the tickets fly. It's incredible the rate at which they go up once you've got a triple cap. It's just holding it, and you see a lot of teams in this tournament have managed to hold it for 30 seconds and the game's over. It's really difficult to turn it around after that. But this is This is close. This is a really, really good intensive match. Another
And
mark
it looks like
for Josie DeCoin, sorry.
Looks like Spain is trying to even it up here. They're holding 2 out of 3 right now, so they are going to start to close that gap if Portugal's not careful.
Great finish there by Battle Alex. 60-66 at the minute. Spain are closing in. Pushing hard on the Bravo point as well. I imagine Portuguese would be trying to push out in a second and try and take another flag because they don't want the Spanish catching them up.
It looks like they're trying to make a move for C.
Arashina hiding up there on the top of the wall, though, trying to poke around and take out Ivo Quintas. Makadurva making the push down the main street.
Makadurva's going to have to watch his right side there.
You say that, Battle Alex takes him out. That alleyway's a good little spot, isn't it? There he goes. And again, another one. Taking down Revelation Aim. But finally taken out by Ivo Quintas. Somebody stood up with a Hell Regal for a change.
We got just a difference of 3 right now.
Such a tight map. This is really, really, really tense. Obviously, the winner of this going on to the final next week and playing out for $2,000, which is, it's not a small prize. So you can't see either of these teams backing down at this stage.
Quintas trying to take Charlie there. The good news is that although he didn't cap it, he did take it away from Spain.
Yeah, prevented the tickets from flying. So close. 3 tickets in it now, guys. This is crazy tight. 4 tickets. Come on. I don't know which way this is going to go. I really can't predict it. It's just so tense. Look at the battle in here. You can't see anything. He's trying to aim with his marksman scope, but there was nothing to see. Well done by Revelation Aim taking out Battle Alex. But then he's taken out by Jose DeCoin. 2 headshots there with auto loading, just to show you how good that weapon is when you manage to land your shots. This is crazy. I'm struggling to keep up the action.
Yeah, Portugal is really working hard here to try and capture those points.
Definitely.
And Revelation going for the objective here.
Taken down though by Jose DeCoin. And it looks like it's going to be a Spanish triple cap. If they could take Bravo, they can have a really, really short one. They're taking Charlie back, are the Portuguese, but no, they've prevented it. Well done to the Portuguese. But 3 tickets, not long to go. See how this turns out.
Back on apples here, trying to get him back to 2 points held.
Oh, it's 1 point. There's 1 point. Oh, this is tense. This is tense. Oh.
Portugal did succeed in capping 2 points here, so all they need to do is hold them for the remainder of the match and see if that happens.
3 points. We're up to 3.
And they got a good presence on apples, but we can see they're starting to lose Charlie right now.
And that could be the difference between losing this map. Jose DeCoin here against Ivo Quintas, taking him down nicely. But he snuck him from behind. Revelation Soul takes him down. Loads of sliding going on in between the trams. There's no roofs on them, so there's nowhere to hide anymore. Phantom with a good shot. But he's taken down by Ivo Quintas' rocket gun. He loves a rocket gun. We see him lying down with it now, watching the alleys, watching the houses. He knows where they are. Taking down Phantom with it. It's non-stop. Phantom with another kill. Bada Alex and Makadurva both rocking the marksman versions at the minute. Seeing a lot of scoping.
Portugal has increased their lead to 5 now in the very late game.
Definitely. Don't forget there's another map though, guys. Another round on this map, so it could go right down to the death. Wow, look at this action over on the Bravo point. Javier Thiago doing really well there to hold up. And he's taking the Bravo points for the Portuguese. As we head over to Apples, and Revelation Aim is there with... Who's he with? Ivo Quintas trying to take the Apples point as well. There's just so much action going on. This is fantastic. 3 points in it. 4 tickets left to go for the Portuguese. 3 tickets. This is nearly... wow. I'm genuinely lost for words. And
nice shot through the doorway.
Here we go, 1 ticket left for the Portuguese, and there you have it. Wow, what a result for the Portuguese there. Like I said, wait for Amiens and see how it happens.
Yep, we will have to see here how they do in round 2 if they can keep that momentum up, because that was an intense and probably pretty draining match there for them.
Definitely, and if the Portuguese can get themselves to 96 tickets in this next round, they take point, and it takes us to a deciding set. Right, so let's have a look at the kills here. Wow, so many kills there. And it's a lot more even than what it was in previous rounds as well. So we've got Mocadova and Revelation Soul on the Portuguese team actually getting into positive, which is really good for them. But look at Phantom, 27 kills to 16 deaths. And Bad Alex, 24-17.
It's one of those things you can see their KDR was nice, but playing the objective is what won that match.
Definitely great tactics there from the Portuguese. And I'm sure we can get one of the players in afterwards and ask them if they've worked on the tactics of holding down 2 flags, see how they've progressed towards this point where they've managed to take down Spain in a round. A lot of people have written them off beforehand today, but they've come out fighting and shown us what they're made of. And this could potentially be our last round if Spain come out flying today. If not, we will head over to Ballroom Blitz for a 3rd map. But let's see how we get on. How are you finding the action so far, Flakfire? Are you excited by the tenseness of the last round?
Yeah, I mean it's great to see. You know, a lot of people say, "Oh, you know, you can't make Battlefield competitive," and you know, this is a great example of seeing, yes, you can. You know, you got people in here playing without auto rotation. They're playing without a lot of the gadgets in there. They're playing without gas grenades, right? So a lot of this is now really focused on some of the gunplay and some of the talent that's involved with doing that. And you know, I really, really like what we're seeing so far, and I love Amiens as a setting for it. It's one of the great maps that's in Battlefield 1. I love it to see everything in the background, the giant cathedral that's there, that kind of stuff. It looks great.
It is. I love this map, and I'm so glad they brought it into Frontlines now. What an addition that is. And going forwards, we are looking into having Frontlines tournaments as well, so something to look forward to for the BF Nation fans as we head into the next round. Spain playing as the British Empire in red, and we've got Portuguese in blue playing as the Germans. Let's see how this goes. Massive battle in the middle already.
Portuguese outnumbered there, though.
Phantom taken down there by Revelation Soul. It's not got a Hell Regal. That's strange for Phantom.
Strange for anyone, right?
We have ChaosZake Coin. He's hiding away. You see a man in the window, and he's trying to hide out with the... But where's he going to go? So difficult when somebody spotted you to try and escape, especially against the level of player we've got today.
Just look at the sensitivity settings that Phantom has here.
It's crazy. I've tried playing on 100 and I can't do it. I don't know if I'm allowed to say the words that I was about to say. I can't hit barn door with a banjo, I think is a polite way of saying it. But yeah, what sort of things do you play on Flak? Are you a high sensitivity player, or do you like keeping it casual with a lower setting?
I think my sensitivity is normally at about 70. It's a little bit above what the standard is, but it's not as crazy as some of these guys here who, you know, as soon as they flick their stick one way, they're looking behind them. That's a little bit too fast for me.
Yeah, like I said earlier, with the buttons, my brain can't keep up with what's going on. It's crazy. And then we've got Orishina taking down a man. He's got a nice quick double as well. He got an incendiary triple, actually. Here we go. This could be a triple for the Spanish. Taking down Apples. Portugal frantically rushing towards Charlie to take it down. Prevent the triple. Is this... No, they've done well. Portugal have turned it around. They've gone from nearly being triple capped to taking 2 flags back. That's really, really great play by the Portuguese. And if you look at the tickets now, it's 12-15.
This is tense and fantastic to see, because you're watching these people play, and like the level on which they play here, the speed that they play is so different from what we see in some of the other Battlefield game modes like Conquest, right? Conquest has almost like a meandering pace to it, and what we're seeing here for for this match of Dominations. Just really, really hectic all over the place and moving from point to point to point.
There's never a moment where somebody's sitting in the corner. You very, very rarely see anybody camping in this Domination at this level, which is fantastic because it's one of the least liked things about Battlefield is somebody just sitting in a corner. A lot of people are enjoying the exclusion of shotguns as well. There is a few spots on the roof where you can camp in Domination. I don't know whether it's a flaw in the game, but as soon as you're spotted up there, you're taken straight down.
Yep, I know exactly the spot that you're talking about there, because that is one of the more annoying things that you'll run into when you try and play the game that way.
Definitely, and there we have a triple cap for Spain. Sorry to stop you there, matey, but look at the tickets flying up for the Spanish. No sign of a Portuguese player in sight to stop this. There you go, Xavier Thiago rush into apples, people spawning on him, and that's put a massive dent. Look at the gap there in tickets. They're up to 22 ticket difference.
That was quite a turnaround from the previous game.
Oh, definitely. That triple cap right there could have finished off the Portuguese team. Hopefully they can regroup and get themselves one, but that gap is a big gap. So now we've having a quick overview look. See the Apple's objective there with a few Portuguese players on there rushing towards the other objectives to try and frantically take points back. But all the Spanish need to do now is hold down 2 points, keep somebody defending them. They don't need to try and push a third objective. They can stay at Apple's, Charlie's and Bird objective. So yeah, looking at the Charlie flag here, we've got Macadurva shooting through windows, trying to take down Xavier Thiago. Oh no, same team. Shooting through the window at your own teammate. That was bizarre. So close to a Portuguese triple, but then we've got the Spanish holding down the apples. They're very good at defending. Portuguese trying their hardest to push this, but no, they've lost Bird objective again. And it's going to be 2 flags over to the Spanish. And look at the point difference now. Back up to 20. I'm going up.
And that is going to be difficult to come back from, and I'm sure that Portugal knows that. That's on their mind, and that's probably not working in a good direction right now.
No, they're either going to be really calm and quiet, or there's going to be shouting happening in that chat right now. When you know you're on the receiving end of something special, there's not a lot you can do really, is there? The Spain team are so aggressive in their one-on-ones, and that's making such a big difference. As you see with Badr Alex there, he came out with his marksman scope up close and managed to take it down still. And there's still a 20-point gap in the tickets.
Well, you notice something here too. You've got 3 people defending 1 point here for Portugal, which, you know, we're doing 5v5. That only leaves 2 people to go and push another objective. And, you know, with the way Spain is playing, they don't have to worry about defending points necessarily, so they can go and meet them at some of those alleyways that we see in Amiens, prevent the Portuguese team from moving on and trying to capture some of those points, and that's exactly what's happening.
Definitely stop them at the choke point, stop them pushing those objectives. And if you can see right now, they've got apples and Bravo and a big sizable points difference. But even then, the flags are swapping hands. As soon as they're pushing 1 point, the Spanish are moving over and taking Charlie. It's just non-stop.
The Spanish are really keeping them on their heels there. They just keep pushing and pushing and pushing, and Portugal isn't able to cope with it right now.
See Arashina hiding behind the trams as they're getting blown up. He knows where Revelation Aim is, but he just can't take him out. Hiding behind the boxes. They're going to double team him through the window. And he's down. Good work there by Arashina. Good pushing. See, the flag's just swapping hands and hands and hands. Like, Portuguese have managed to take the Charlie flag, but at the same time, they've lost the Apples flag. So it's always 2 flags in the Spanish favour. And there's nothing you can do. If the Spanish team have got the organisation and they're switched on and everyone's having a good game, there's so little you can do against them. We've seen it so far in this tournament. They dominate teams. And fair play to Portugal. They've been fantastic in this game. But it's looking like it's going to tick towards a Spanish victory.
Well, Portugal trying to, we don't want to count them out here. They did just take 2 points. So they managed to do a triple cap here, and they can really cut down that lead.
Definitely, they're pushing the Charlie flag here, see if they can take this one out. But the Spanish defending heavily on the Charlie just to stop them getting it. You see 3 players there, all crowding round, stopping any sort of push. Phantom here with his big scope, picking off people from distance, taking down Macadurva a long way out there. Really good shooting.
That's a good example of where you can see the versatility of the Model 8 there on a map like this.
Yeah, the power up close is really, really good, but then you've got the distance as well that you can take people down, whereas the Hell Regal is just a storm of bullets and you're hoping it hits at that range. This is 20 points in it. 20 tickets, sorry. This could still be turned around by the Portuguese, and I'm hoping they push. They've got 2 flags at the minute. If they could get Bravo point, they could quite easily take a triple. Saying that, though, look, they're taking Bravo point, and as soon as that happens, Charlie point's going to the Spanish. Oh, it's Xavier Thiago and Macadurva holding down the Bravo point, and they will take that one. But Spain are taking Charlie and Apples. There's nothing you can do when a team is this well organised, I don't feel. I don't know what experience you've had of comp before, Flak, but what do you think about the level of competition we've got here today?
I mean, the level of competition is certainly very, very close, but it's like anything competitive, right? You can say, oh yeah, I'm a good player, but once you play on something that's competitive, it's like putting a magnifying glass over your skill and saying, how good are you? And some of those little deficiencies that you might have, maybe you're not great at really up close gameplay. It's going to be magnified on a game like this, where every aspect of your game is going to be tested.
Yeah, you can be picked apart on every single weakness, and that's the beauty of having everything streamed on Twitch. Is every nation can watch every other nation. Like I said, I know and I can see the names in the chat. There is Germans watching to see who their finalist of opposition will be. So they're analysing, they're seeing, and they'll choose their maps accordingly, I imagine.
See, so we just saw somebody there reloading as they went around a corner. Not something you want to do on a comp match, because there's a great chance that somebody's going to be waiting for you right around that corner. So that's one of those little things. Maybe after this game they'll go back and say, I need to train myself not to reload when I'm walking into the open. I don't want to wind up in a 1v1 with a half-empty pistol. So
definitely not.
Like I'm saying, just those little things make a huge, huge difference. And look at the score right now. Look at what Portugal's been able to do.
Wow, I hadn't noticed. Wow, there's only 5 points in this. That's a massive turnaround. Well done by the Portuguese.
I'm watching the chat here. They got a lot of people in there. Come on, Portugal. Yeah, so if they're able to force a triple cap here, that would really do them well here as we tick down into the final moments of this game.
Yeah, we've got the Spanish taking the Bravo point currently, so it is really close. Let's see how this will pan out towards the end of the game.
2-point difference, 3-point difference. Portugal controlling most of the points at this time.
Wow, 2 points in this. So we need to get Portugal up to 96 tickets. If they can reach 96 tickets before Spain get to 100, they will take this round, and we will go into a decider. 94, wow.
This is really close.
Who's going to get there first?
They are holding it.
There you go. And this will take us to a deciding map. Well played to Portugal. They pulled it out, like we said. And
what a great comeback.
That was incredible. I was writing them off with 20 tickets to go. Sorry, Portugal. I underestimated your ability, and you've come out and you've shut me right up. There you go. That ties it at 1-1, and we will go over to the next map, which will be Ballroom Blitz. So yeah, that makes it 1-1.
Great job by Portugal in that match.
That was incredible. What a comeback. What an absolute fantastic comeback by the Portuguese. Let's have a look at the kill count and see how they got on that way.
Only imagine what the Spanish team is thinking right now.
Exactly. If you think you're going into the end of a match winning and you're cruising and then you switch off, wow, that's a shock to the system with the Portuguese coming out. Revelation aim there with 26, topping the score count there. So that tells you everything you need to know. They've really worked on Amiens and they've come out fantastically. So we're going to go to a quick break here, guys, and then we will be back for our third map. Tune in to see who is going to win this semi-final between Spain and Portugal. Hello guys, welcome back to what will be a deciding map here. We have to have a winner between Spain and Portugal. Many people favoured Spain and thought they'd do it in the two maps, but wow, what a comeback on the last map by Portugal. What did you think of that one, Flakfire?
That was really, really impressive, and I think they did it without any real triple capping either. That was just solid playing the objective and holding the majority of them. That was really, really impressive.
It was incredible. And this map will... I don't think it's either of the team's favourites, so we should see an all-out brawl here just to try and get their place in the final. Well, so Phantom pushing hard early. Yeah, sorry about that.
We saw with Portugal there on Amiens, we knew that was one of their stronger maps going into it, so it'll be interesting to see how they do here with Ballroom Blitz. And like you said, this could be anybody's game here. It's neither of their favourite maps.
So let's see how we push on from here. Early on, we've got Spain in the blue playing as the United States of America, and they've taken 2 flags early. They're holding down Apples and Bravo, and that's quite a nice little situation to be in on this domination map. You can hold down Apples in that corridor. Bravo's out in the open, so it's not the best place, but Ballroom is a really, really tough one to try and lock down on the Charlie point.
I'm curious to see what kinds of weapons we're going to see in a match like this, because the map design is quite a bit different from, we got a lot more close quarter type stuff going on.
See, there's a lot of close quarters, but then you go out to the courtyard, like where we're looking at Revelation Soul, and he's trying to shoot across at Ballroom with his bar, and he's massively outplayed by an auto-loading. This map is a big map for rocket guns as well, so we'll wait and see who pulls that one out first. Keep my eyes on the kill feed and see who gets the first rocket gun kill on the map. But early on, Spain pulling out a little 6-ticket advantage, 7-ticket advantage, but that means nothing as we've seen previously. So what are your thoughts on Ballroom as a whole? Is it a nice place to be for you, or is it not one of your favourites?
I think it's an interesting map in terms of its design and everything, and it does provide kind of some unique gameplay when you're in the hallways there. You're real limited on cover. You have to look for flanking routes, or in the case we just saw somebody whip out the rocket gun, there are ways to make flanking routes on this map. So it'll be interesting to see if any of the pros here actually go for that and try to kind of weaken a position to make it easier to take.
Yeah, definitely. Like you see there, only managing to jump up because a railing's been destroyed already. ChaosZake doing really well there, taking his man out while he was sliding towards him. Revelation Aim tried to do a sneaky on him, but not a chance. Really well worked there. And as we see, Spain easing out a ticket point, and they're about to get a triple cap. There you go, triple cap for Spain. Really, really short-lived. We've got Revelation Soul diving onto the Bravo point to try and stop it. Xavier Tiago rushing out. Rocket gunfire everywhere, fire everywhere. But yeah, look at the ticket difference now, 37-13 in the favour of the Spanish. But, like we saw in the last map, they could still turn it round, and we do have a second round to play.
You know, and this map is always a treat to play on if you look at it from, you know, not only a historical perspective, but almost a pop culture reference here, because, you know, this is modeled after the Chateau de Chantilly in France, which is really, really beautiful location. But the other fun bit there, and if you're a fan of Bond movies, you might recognize it. It was actually in A View to a Kill.
Oh, nice. I never realised. I've seen quite a few Battlefield videos online of showing the real maps against the Battlefield maps, but I never realised it had that sort of movie historical importance.
Honestly, I didn't either. I saw it up on Reddit. I was like, that's why that looks familiar. Got
Crazy.
Roger Moore in there.
I bet he didn't have a Hell Regal.
He's Roger Moore. He is the Hell Regal.
Quintessential English gentleman. Oh. Yeah, so Spain, 95-15. This has gone not the way that Portugal will have imagined this.
Yeah,
I don't know if they've
sideways.
I don't know if they've practiced this or not, but this is quite an easy victory. And in the second round, they only need to get a few tickets. So this could be over quite soon for the Portuguese. 99, edging up to 100. Let's see how they get on. There you go. 100-17. So in the next round, the Portuguese need a triple cap from about 30 seconds into the end of the game to be able to take this. The Spanish only need 18 tickets to take the victory and to progress to the final of the European Championships. We're going to take a quick break here, guys, and we'll join you back for the final round of this map. Welcome back, guys. This is the final game of the evening. It is between Spain and Portugal. Spain only need 18 tickets to take a victory and to progress to play Germany in the final. Let's see if Portugal can do something special, Flakfire, and we'll see how this pans out in the next round.
And they need to hit them hard and get really, really lucky here out of the gate. Otherwise, it is going to be over very, very quickly. I'm sure they're aware of that. So we get 10 seconds till we see what happens.
They need to be rushing frantically and hoping that Phantoms forgot to join.
Well, according to the roster, he's there. So I don't know. I don't know what could happen.
And here they go. Portugal on the blue team this game as the United States of America, and then we've got Spain in the reds. Phantom there with a nice little kill. And it looks like Spain are going to take the apples and Charlie flags, and then they'll look to hold them down. Cover the Bravo flag. And make sure the Portuguese can't push out. And this could quite easily be over soon. Saying that, though, the Portuguese pushing the Charlie point. Into the ballroom, we've got Revelation aim. He's taken down, though. Orishina, great work there. But then he's taken non-stop deaths. 4 tickets apiece, with Spain taking down apples and Charlie.
Spain is taking Charlie back there.
Taking Butters as well. This could be an early Spanish triple cap, and that is good night, Portugal, if that happens. Yeah,
it definitely looks like that's what's going to happen here. So rather unfortunate, but like I said earlier, competition stuff just puts your entire game under a magnifying glass or a microscope, and you can see here that Portugal probably needed to spend a little bit of time here on this map, fleshing out their strategy a little bit more.
Definitely, and their inability to prevent Spain getting over 18 tickets means that we do have our second confirmed finalist, and it will be Spain versus Germany next week. Brilliant performance by Spain in this map.
Well, and let's not forget about Portugal's match on Amiens as well. They had a great comeback there. They managed to hold their own on that map, but you can see here just on Ballroom Blitz, it's just all Spain.
Definitely heading into another triple cap as well. We've got Bad Alex in the ballroom holding that down, taking it. Portuguese are pushing hard and they prevented a triple cap, but it's already too late. You see the tickets here. It's 7-38. And I'm already looking forward to the final now. It's going to be a great day next Saturday. We've got the 3rd, 4th playoff, and that will be happening earlier on. But we're going to go for a mega stream as we watch the end of this one play out.
And what are your thoughts on the matchup between Spain and Germany at this point?
Oh my God! If it was a really, really tight game in the group when they played each other, and it's almost impossible to call. It's going to be one of these ones where I'm sat on the edge of my chair at home with my wife banging on the floor telling me to stop shouting, I think. But yeah, two fantastic teams, and Germany have some amazing players again. But you've seen tonight, Spain have got some players, and they've been really, really pushed tonight by Portugal. So, I don't want to say either way. I don't want to get told off as soon as I go back to Discord tonight and get shouted at by the Spanish or the Germans. Yeah, well, looking back at the groups, Germany did manage to get the win against Spain. But we know Spain have been practicing. We know they're working hard. They'll have their map tied down, as will Germany. Maybe that one will go to a 3rd set like tonight. And I imagine if it does, it'll be a lot closer than this 3rd map.
Well, you'll have Germany, kind of with the knowledge that they've played Spain before and they beat them, and then you've got Spain looking for revenge. So that brings an interesting story into the match that'll be coming up.
Definitely. The 3rd place playoff will be good as well. We've got the UK versus Portugal, obviously, now joining them. That should be a really, really good matchup. The UK are a good team. They only missed out on the final due to being unable to muster the 5 players yesterday evening. If they can get 5 players together for next Saturday, they should be a really, really tough proposition for the Portuguese. So next week's looking like an action-packed Saturday, starting at 6:30 GMT, so 7:30 for the UK. We'll be starting the 3rd place playoff match, and we'll be going through into the finals, looking to start at 8 o'clock GMT and pushing all the way through. Obviously, the winner of the final is going to get themselves $2,000 at the end of it, so it's going to be a great day next week. And hopefully, we might get a Flakfire tune in to see who the winner is.
Yeah, I mean, I've enjoyed everything that we've seen here today. It's got me kind of even more excited now with Battlefield going to be announcing some more details on their competitive mode.
Definitely.
We still don't know anything about that, but now I'm interested.
Are you heading over to Gamescom, are you, Flakfire?
I will be at Gamescom, yes.
No worries. We have got some admins heading over there, so if you wanna pop in and say hello to a few of our guys, feel more than free to say hello.
Definitely will do that.
Awesome. This competitive mode they're announcing though, have you heard any hints with your connections as to what it could be, or?
I have not, and unfortunately, like I said, my background isn't really in competitive gameplay. I did play. Depends on how old you are, if you remember this, but Wolfenstein Enemy Territory on PC. I did play that somewhat competitively.
I can hear our streamer chuckling in the background.
Game,
He's definitely old enough to remember.
It's something that I haven't really done it for Battlefield, so I'm really interested to see what they're going to put together for us. And as far as I can tell, they've got the right people lined up in charge of that right now. You got Drunksy there, who is going to kind of be in charge of what direction that goes, and he seems like the guy to make it happen if anybody's going to be able to. So definitely excited for what we'll get to see with competitive Battlefield at Gamescom.
Definitely, but I'm just trying to work out whether it'll be a game mode like Domination. Will they turn things off, or will it be a complete separate game altogether? Because a lot of the things, and I've seen a lot of videos on it, I've seen a lot of YouTubers speak about it, saying Battlefield 1 isn't suited to competitive play, but then we watched this tonight, and you can tell there's competitive play available.
Oh, absolutely.
Are they going to refine it, or are they going to go all out and make something new, do you think?
I would really like to see something new in that regard. Certainly, you can go and refine it, and you just hit the nail on the head for me, which is, people say that you can't do this, or you say that it's not suited to this, and the thing is, it totally is. Like, it absolutely is. People talk about it being casual. It's like, it's only casual if you think it's casual. A lot of people have not given the devs enough credit for balancing a lot of the things in this game. People give a lot of crap for using the bayonet, right? But it's like they totally ignore that there are some serious trade-offs to using it.
Definitely, the lack of speed after you've used it, if you miss it, the lack of turning circle.
Lack of turning, lack of ADS speed. Like, there are a lot of things that really make that actually quite balanced if you're willing to look past it and stop getting mad every time you get bayonet and actually say, maybe there is something useful to this, or maybe it is balanced in a way. And I think people are just really hyper focused on games like CS:GO and that kind of stuff. And unfortunately, Battlefield has the potential to do competitive stuff, as we see here today. So
definitely, as we finish that final map there and Spain march on triumphantly to the final next week, I've really enjoyed this game. It was really, really close at some points. Spain ultimately showing their class though and coming out on top. That was a really, really, really good performance by both teams, and I'm privileged to be sat here watching it. I do believe we've got a few guys going to be joining us shortly, and we'll do a few interviews. So if you guys will stick around, I'll announce the winner of the competition. If you've had a look, you probably already know who it is, but I'll give them a shout out, tell you who to hook up with, and we'll see you back here in a minute. Cheers, guys. Hello, BF Nations world, and welcome back. I am joined here by Flakfire Gaming tonight, and we have been joined in the commentary booth by Phantom from Spain and Revelation Aim from Portugal. Fantastic victory tonight for Team Spain. Well done, Team Spain. Well done, Phantom. Great performance. Revelation. Sorry, mate. Revelation Aim, how do you feel that went for Portugal?
Hello, everyone. I'm still a little bit sad about Shuffs, like I said before. I was really hoping to get that map. But what Spain did on fucking... Oh, sorry about the language. What Spain did on Ballroom was really amazing, man. We get this story on Ballroom.
They came out and performed fantastically on board.
Yeah, on Ballroom with their map, man.
It was over so fast.
Yeah, that's fucking 100 tickets, 17 done.
It was crazy. Phantom, how do you feel it went regarding your planning, your work in the week? Do you feel your tactics came out and worked well today?
I think that we played so bad for Amiens. We also hoped to win maybe Amiens and not Shuffs. So we were very confident for that map, but we didn't do very good rotations. We were finding it so difficult to clean out the flags. Maybe even when we were even 3 players against 2, Portugal cleaned us, and because of that, I think that they won that map, and it was so difficult for us, that map. We didn't expect that. On the rest of the maps, and so it's a map that we have played a lot. You have seen in tournament, the friendlies. We were confident also about that because it's all about gunfight on that map. And on Ballroom was an inflection point. I say to my mates, nobody cares about you. We have to do it. It's one map, and it's against us that for the final, we have to win. And that's all what I said, and we did it so well in the first round. We were so motivated.
Definitely. We questioned how Portugal would come out after that 117 victory, and they had to come out and fight. And obviously, when you've got everyone pushing hard, it's quite difficult to take 3 points when you've got a team such as yourselves holding down the points so well. So it looked inevitable towards the start of that map. But wow, what a performance Portugal put up on Amiens. I was so impressed by you guys, Revelation, and you did so well going into that.
And so there was a problem again with my PS4. I got disconnected from the game on the second round.
Yeah, that was so bad, yeah.
We saw that. We couldn't work out who it was had left, but that makes a big difference on Shuffs.
It's just my PS4. Since the beginning of BF1, I get disconnected from the game, application error, everything like that.
Actually, that was a good point because even we were 1 player more, we didn't get.
Oh yeah, we did a great job.
We didn't get the benefit of that. We played so bad, Amiens.
I was hoping to lose Amiens and win Shuffs.
Sorry, Flakfire, have you got anything you want to add to these guys tonight?
Yeah, I mean, great job, great gameplay from both of you guys there. You know, especially on Shuffs and on Amiens, and question for both of you here, because after Amiens, it really looked like okay, this could go either direction. How were both of you guys feeling after that particular round of matches?
In my case, I think that it's the time I have been playing competitive on Battlefield 7 years now, and I think that it was the moment that I was ever more motivated. I was waiting to join the map and do the things. And for you, Aim?
I mean, even I played for so long Battlefield competition, I was really, really anxious for the game. It's Ballroom and everything can happen on that map.
Yeah, also it's a map that punish a lot when you are when all your teammates and you are killed.
You make one mistake and it's over.
Yeah.
It's so obvious to see that when it comes to the one-on-ones as well. One missed shot and
you miss one shot, especially with auto with Maxman. It's been used a lot today. We try to use everything. One missed bullet, then it's done.
Definitely, it's all over. Especially when you've got Phantom jumping out of windows and sliding in your face.
I did that too on Phantom. Come on, man.
we saw.
No, it was really good.
Brilliant. Well, thank you very much, guys, for joining us for these post-match interviews. Portugal been a pleasure having you in the tournament, and I look forward to seeing you guys press on and maybe get into the next final if you keep working hard. Phantom,
I'm gonna do it, man.
good luck to you guys. Phantom, amazing, great work by Spain again, and I can't wait to commentate on that match next week. I can't call it. You and Germany are two of the biggest and best teams we've got.
It's gonna be. It isn't gonna be the same as in the group states. I only say that.
Good stuff.
Oh, shots fired.
We're definitely waiting for that one. So thank you guys for joining us. I'd like to thank Flakfire for joining me as well tonight. Mate, it's been an absolute pleasure having you along. I'm really glad that we've managed to introduce you to our competitive world.
No, it's great to see this kind of stuff where, you know, like I said, a lot of people don't think Battlefield can be competitive, and to watch you guys play, to watch both these teams go at it here has been really, really impressive. Both of you guys played great. And, you know, hopefully this is a good thing for Battlefield and for BFNations to see just how competitive this esport can be.
It's fantastic. So thank you very much for joining us. I'm sure you're all wondering who won the tournament. The tournament? We'll find out next week. Who won the competition? I get to the end and then I fall to pieces. Right, guys. I said Bird instead of Butters, as you all guessed. I saw loads and loads of people start entering, but we did have one winner. Do believe they're from the UK. And the winner was Xenon11. They were the first people there saying Bird in the random chat. So congratulations, buddy. If you want to DM one of the admins, we'll sort you out with your Frontlines pack. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Thank you to ChaosZake, our streamer, for providing all of the things that you can see. Without him, we wouldn't be here, essentially. It'd just be me and Flakfire talking over some bullets falling. So thank you, mate. Thank you very much for Flakfire for joining us. I can't wait till next week. I hope you guys all tune in. Make sure you're there at 6:30 GMT, where we'll have the third place finals starting off. We'll then progress at 8 o'clock GMT to the actual final match between Spain and Germany. I'm so excited for that, and I'm sure you guys will be tuning in. Thank you very much for joining again, guys, and I'll see you all next week. Thank you very much, Flakfire, as well, for joining us.
Yep, thanks for having me.
Cheers, guys.